welcome back, welcome back. Sorry I'm a little late. I didn't want to hold y'all. I didn't want to hold ya, but I started cooking. I didn't want to reschedule, so I'm just going to do this as I grill some chicken. So sorry in advance if you hear some pots banging. How's everybody doing on this Sunday? I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody is healthy. I hope everybody is healthy. I hope everybody's happy. And if you're not, just know that it is going to get better. It will get better. Just stay positive. You know, things are not, the best they can be for me either. But I get up every day trying to be positive. I bring myself on stream to talk to you guys. That does help me a lot of the times when I'm feeling a certain way, because even though I don't have a lot of people in the chat, I do still feel like I am talking to my people. And I do have people that watch the replay and start engaging in the comments. So I greatly appreciate that. And Mama didn't raise no quitter. So I will keep going until I can, I'll just keep going. It is what it is, Nobody starts big from the beginning. I mean, not everybody does, especially when you don't have a lot of support, in general. And I am doing this, genuinely. I am trying to gain everything, all my supporters and everything genuinely. I don't ask, for a lot of people. Honestly, I don't even share my lives the way I should, because I figure if you're my supporters, you'll hit that notification bell to make sure that you join. And, if you're my supporter, you'll come in. And if you're not available exactly when I go live, that you'll come watch the replay, So I just want to gain genuine support. So if I'm for you, I appreciate you. And if I'm not for you, it is what it is as well, Not everybody's, everybody's cup of tea, but I appreciate everybody that does support me. Yeah. So please double tap the screen, hit the like button for me. That I'll be greatly appreciated. That's the easiest way to support me for free. If you would like to support me monetarily, because I am a new creator and I am not monetized at the moment, I do have a Cash App. Is $BXQUEEN, the letter C, BX Queen C, and that is also in my bio. The link for the Buy Me a Coffee is also in my bio. So if you would like to donate to my channel, I greatly appreciate it. If you know my story for the last year, what's been going on. I have been transparent about that, so I'm just trying to gain that momentum and hopefully get to where I want to be. Hey, Charissa. Hey, Amy. Hi, Charissa. How are you, sis? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for your support. And hi, Amy. How are you? Please hit that like button, everybody. Double tap the screen. I greatly appreciate you. So if you don't know my story for the last year, please go and watch my past videos. All right. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. I'm in count to 100.
All right. You're counting to 100? Cool. So if you haven't seen my prior videos, please
20
do.
plus 15 equals 35.
I was being very
35
transparent in my,
plus 1
entire journey, and
equals
especially this year. Jackson's into number blocks right now, so everything's about numbers. I wake up numbers, I go to sleep numbers, I dream numbers. It's just it's just crazy right now. Yeah, so I literally be dreaming numbers now. He's so into the number blocks that I be dreaming about numbers. Ah, kids, kids, kids. Hey Lily, how are you, sis? I text you. We need to start doing our thing, you know? Especially me. I don't even have 400 supporters. I need some more people. I need some more genuine people. But I appreciate everybody that shows some love every single day, whether it's while I'm on the actual live stream or in the comments afterwards, or even watching my shorts, commenting on my shorts. I really, really appreciate all the support that I do get. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll read it after this. But yes, yeah. So, we have to start venturing out and do our thing because, it's hard when a lot of the supporters do support so many, but I can't wait till I just get that genuine support that people, love me for me, you know.
100. Look.
That's not 100 though. Well, how much is that?
It's 100.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 70. You need 3 more columns to make.
100.
Yeah, go.
He make a big.
Yeah, those number blocks really teach them though. So if you guys have kids that are, in pre-K or kindergarten and first grade, get them some number blocks because they not only use it to add and stuff, but they also learn multiplication. And especially if they watch the show also. And the show isn't on a streaming app that you have to pay for. Is actually free. So I forgot what the heck the thing is called, but I know I downloaded it on my Roku TV for free. And yeah, so they learn a lot from that show, Number Blocks. Thank you, Lily. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much, girl. So yeah, so I'm making something simple. I'm not getting all crazy because if you guys know, I'm trying really hard not to eat rice like that or potatoes or whatever. So I'm just making another grilled chicken salad. And my son Jordan, my 17-year-old, about to be 18 on Saturday. He likes the salads too. So, and Jackson, I'll just make him some corn on the cob, or maybe I'll just make him some French fries in the oven and call it a day. Or maybe I'll make some French fries for both of them, call it a day. But Jordan, he doesn't mind the salads. Oh, that sounds good. Lily is making some Mexican rice and potatoes with rockfish. Oh, that sounds really, really good. Yeah, my big boys will be 18. Yeah, my biggest boy, he's 24. So, oh my goodness, I'm getting old. But Jackson is going to keep me young. Jackson is keeping me young. Yeah, 18 years old on September 27th. So, yes. And I'm proud of him. He's a high school graduate. He's in college. So he's a good boy. He's always home. I don't have to worry about him being in these New York streets.
Mommy, look, that's 108. That's 108.
So I'm very happy with him. No, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 7 is 49. And then 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. That is only 57.
57?
Yeah, so you need, how many you need? 43 more. You need 43 more cubes to make 100. Yeah. Yup, and I could literally said all by myself, because also, although their dad is in their life, you know, Jordan's dad is in his life monetarily more than anything. I mean, he spends some time here and there, but that kid is literally here all the time. But financially, yeah, he's there. There's no complaints there. That man buys him everything and anything. I don't have to worry about anything financially for Jordan, and I'm grateful for that. But like we know, time is important too. But I wasn't gonna keep drilling it in a man that is older than me's head. You know what I'm saying? And he has a older he has an older kid, a daughter that isn't from me. So he should know better. But it is what it is. Yeah, quality time is definitely more important than financial to me. But I mean, if that's what he chose, you would think that, when you have a boy, that you would want to raise that boy close to you, especially when you live literally like 10 minutes away. But it is what it is. I stopped. At first, when he was younger, I used to tell him, you need to spend more quality time, go play basketball with him, go do this, go do that. But eventually you get tired of drilling the shit in people's heads. Like, you should want to do that naturally, genuinely. So I got tired of it. So who had to deal with when, cause even though he passed high school, it wasn't easy. There was times that he missed school, that he didn't go to school, that he didn't go to certain classes. But who had to make sure, no matter what, every day, not to give up on them? Me. Who's the one that had to wake him up? Even if he was freaking absent 3 days in a row, I still wake his butt up and put him out the door, because I'd be like, you know what? It's up to you. You want to be a bum? Then you better figure out life, because I'm not going to have a bum here. But I'm going to wake you up every single day and make sure I get you out that door. Whatever happens from here to the school, that's up to you. You know? Because it's not like you could just sit there in class with them, or even make them hold a pen or pencil and do the work. So, but it was me that pushed him every single day. you know it's not easy. It's not easy. His dad wanted me, actually, he got tired of me complaining so much, and he tried to have me give up on him, like, oh, why don't you just have him do the GED? And when I saw that text, I honestly didn't even reply back to him, because what the f. No, I don't think so. So I stopped talking about it from that time on, because no, I was going to push him to do what he had to do. He's a smart kid. Why would you just give in and say, oh, just let him get his GED? No, I kept waking his ass up every day and making sure he was out that door. And eventually I even locked the door and didn't give him no key, so that he can't come home like while I'm at work. Like, nope. If you're going to be not going to school, you're going to be in the streets all that time. But, he did do what he had to do, and he got his diploma. He actually finished school 2 months in advance. So from April to June, because that's when they finish here, he didn't do crap for 2 months just waiting for graduation. So me pushing him, he definitely did what he had to do. And I'm proud of him. And he chose to go to college on his own. I was okay with him going to like a trade school, so he can just learn something specific and go in, get out, and start his career. But he chose to go to college, so I'm proud of him. Yeah, thank you, thank you. You know. Oh, damn, this stove got me hot right now. And I'm drinking coffee at almost 6:30. I'm crazy. I'm gonna be up, but that's how we do, you know. Lily, you like Bad Bunny? Do you listen to Bad Bunny's music? Yeah, but I'm the type that I could literally drink coffee and go right to bed. I'm not the type that. Oh, okay, yeah. I did a live a little while ago about him, about his concert and stuff, and the stats and everything. You know, he did really good for Puerto Rico. I just hope that they use the money, you know, with great intentions, because Puerto Rico definitely needs whatever help they can get. But yeah, I did another live about it. I love Bad Bunny. I wish I had went to the one of the shows, but it is what it is. But yeah. So this live is actually, look, I'm talking about me. But you know, sometimes new people need to know a little bit about me. So there you go. Yeah, that concert was my rent. So hell no. I'd rather have a roof over my head. But one day. And it was crazy because when he was here, my mom was going to buy me a ticket because she knows she was going to buy me a ticket for my birthday. But it was so expensive too, you know. And I wasn't going to have her buy me the ticket, you know, when it was that much money. You could buy so much more, you know. If you got it, good. But, you know, I would feel weird having somebody, well, especially my mom, spend that much money on a ticket for me, you know, just for a show. For that, I go somewhere. For that, I go on a little vacation with that money. Yeah, so, you know, um, so I was just wanted to talk about some celebrity crap, some celebrity drama that everybody's talking about, you know. Cardi B and Offset, they have a little custody situation going on. Some updates about, I'm not sure if he says it David or David, but you know, the young teen that was found unalived in one of his cars, you know, come to find out they were seeing each other, but still there's no reports. He's a singer, like a TikTok sensation, but he was on tour. I did do a live breaking everything down, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 days ago now. But yeah, unfortunately, he was seeing this young girl. He's 20 years old. He was seeing this young girl. She was found unalived in the trunk of his car in Hollywood. He has not been charged with anything. So I just want to make that clear. So everything I say is based on my opinions and my opinions only. Um, yeah. So please don't hold me. Don't hold me. So yeah, that's crazy. Um, so supposedly nobody knows what really happened. They're still investigating. They did investigate one of his houses in California, but the reports haven't came out yet. Um, but they're saying that one of his bodyguards might have something to do with it. But like I said, they are still investigating. So unless people come out, like, you know, people that know what really happened, um, we just got to be careful what we say, you know, because social media does spread rumors fast. But yeah, this has been really heavy on social media, and every day it seems like there's new details. Um, yeah, so they raided one of his houses. The bodyguard is possibly connected. And I'm just waiting for more details to come out, you know. And like I said, he hasn't been charged, but honestly, a lot of people think that he does have something to do with it. If he didn't do it himself, a lot of people been commenting on my videos that they think that he did do it or had something to do with it. But then I did have like one or two people say, you know, of course, innocent till proven guilty. But I'm watching this case because it's very sad. She went missing at 13 years old from her hometown. But supposedly her mother did know where she was at, but there was a missing persons report done last year, and then to only come up unalived last week, almost 2 weeks ago. So that's crazy. And yeah, so it's just sad. She was identified last week on the 17th. Um, Her name is Celeste Rivers, so I don't want to just keep saying her. She was a person. She, you know, she did had a family no matter what, and that's why you have to watch your teens very closely and watch what they do. You know, me as a parent, I don't care. I'm getting on a plane to wherever I have to, a car, whatever, and I'm gonna drag my teen by her hair if I have to, you know. And if she keeps doing it, I'll keep doing it. And if I have to get the law involved, I will do that too. You know? You can't let these kids just walk all over you and do whatever. And, you know, I don't know if you know, they also had a tattoo in common that it said shh, SHHH. Like, shh, like they had a secret between them.
Pepperoni pizza for you.
Oh, you got pepperoni pizza? Cool. Yeah. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, yeah. So, I'll be definitely...
It's not chocolate.
No, it's not chocolate. So, I'll definitely be keeping an eye out on what's going on in that sector because we need to know and we need justice for Celeste. All right, so let's talk about the streets buzzing about Cardi. I already spoke about her album and everything and what I thought about it. You know, her album is popping. She made history, Guinness Book World Records, everything. You know, she's definitely doing her thing. She does look like she's freaking like 6 months pregnant. Her belly is huge. She was hiding that belly. I don't even know how. Whatever she was wearing must have been muy preta, real tight. Putting that belly down. She thank God she could breathe now because that belly. As soon as she announced, stop.
I make 101.
Okay, cool. As soon as she announced her pregnancy, that belly just said, "Peekaboo, I see you."
And that's 100.
So she looks like she's gonna be dropping very, very
I
soon.
have chocolate pizza.
But yeah, reports are saying
I have chocolate pepperoni pizza. You want it?
no chocolate pepperoni. That's weird.
All right. I'm gonna get the real pepperoni.
So yeah, yeah. I think she could have gone a little bit more harder on the rapping and stuff. But she's not a rapper. Let's be honest. She was just in it, you know.
The pizza's ready.
She gained some luck with her first album. You know, it did have a lot of.
The pizza.
It did have a lot of hits. Sorry, guys. Well, now you learn a little something.
The pizza's ready.
Jackson, okay. That's it. Go over there. Go over there, please, for a little while. Yeah. So, she could have went better, but to be honest, you know, she's not a rapper like the rappers that we grew up with and stuff like that. She's really in it to be in the mainstream and just to be a trending person, you know. She lucked out with that first album. It held her down all these years. You know, she had a lot of great features with great artists. But I mean, I'm still proud of her that she made it out the Bronx. Well, not out, but because she's back. But she made it out the mud from being a stripper, you know, having some crazy times, doing some crazy things. But yeah, but Offset and Cardi are, you know, in the middle of a divorce right now. Reporters are saying that he filed for custody, but they are not saying that it's just joint custody. And that's what most people, yeah, he does want all my attention, as always. I try to go to another room, he follows me. Every room I go to, you know how it is. So yeah, they just say that he Offset reportedly filed for custody, but he's just asking for joint custody, which most people do when they go to court for custody. You know, and the court actually gives, that's the first option the court gives,
Look,
is that
the pizza
joint custody, that 50-50 custody. All right, Jackson. Stop. You wasn't worried about me before. Go over there.
Yeah.
All right.
You want pizza?
No, thank you.
Alright, bye. Have a nice day.
So, you know, but we hear the word custody. We know, you know, things are getting serious. But that's what they do when, you know, when you're having a divorce. You got to figure out that custody. So let's be real, this isn't just celebrity drama. So many families go through this. When parents can't get along, the kids are the ones that are stuck in the middle. But, you know, he's not going to want full custody. I don't think he's going to want full custody. I mean, supposedly, I don't know if it's true, but supposedly he rarely sees them now. So he's living his life too. You know, if you guys seen, he's been spotted. I know, right? So annoying. But that's our life, right? That's our real life. We're moms in between, just trying to get by. um, yeah. So I don't know if you guys seen lately. He Offset has been spotted with a female. So he it looks like he's ready to move on too. But that's just a part of life, you know. Parents can't get along. The kids are the ones stuck in the middle. You know, do you think it's harder for celebrity couples to co-parent, or do they actually have it easier because they've got the money and the resources? I think it could go either way, because no matter what, even if you have the money and stuff, you still have to learn how to co-parent and communicate. Unless you have it court ordered like that, you just meet at a precinct or something and you do that exchange and you don't even talk to each other. But most of the time, in a mature co-parenting situation, you have to learn how to communicate well, you know, and just do it for the kids, because you don't want them to see you, you know, being all negative towards each other. Yeah, facts. That is facts. But what I like about especially Cardi is that she doesn't have just random people helping her. She has her family helping her, you know, her mom, her grandma, her sister, her aunts, her cousins. She doesn't have random people around her children. It's always family. So that I definitely give it to her. Hey Smooth, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Hope you're having a good day. Please double tap the screen or hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it.
Hi, Mommy. Hi, Mommy.
Obviously, today I'm being interrupted
Finally.
by Mr.
It's my pepperoni pizza. Do you want it?
I'm being interrupted by Mr. Jackson today. Say hi, Jax. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. I had pepperoni with Mommy.
You having pepperoni pizza?
Yes.
Fake pepperoni pizza?
Oh no!
So he's not letting me breathe. So let me, you know, get through this.
Pepperoni pizza. I'll be back.
So, I'll be honest, money does make certain things easier. You can hire nannies, you can fly across the world to see your kids, you can afford lawyers. But at the end of the day, what can money buy? Money cannot buy peace. If two people can't communicate, the kids still feel that tension. Thanks to whoever's hitting those hearts. I love to see those hearts flying up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lily wants a piece of pepperoni pizza. He's making his pepperoni pizza with his blocks. So yeah, communication is the key to any relationship, you know? So if the two people can't communicate well, the kids still feel that tension, and that's not fair to them. Yes, money can't buy love. That's right, Lily. you know and if we're being real, fame sometimes makes things worse because every fight, every move gets blasted on what? The internet, social media, any little thing. But it doesn't help when they come on social media to talk the crap that they talk. um you know I don't know why some people do that, but especially if you're, in the entertainment business, you shouldn't do that. But imagine trying to co-parent while the whole world is giving their opinion on your business. That has to be so exhausting. So exhausting. Ah, yeah, let's manage.
I had pepperoni pizza for
Oh, I
you.
like that. That looks cute. Let's manifest that. Let's manifest that, Lily.
Do you want it? $5, please.
From your mouth to God's
Do you have
ears.
money? Okay.
Thank you. Yummy, yummy. Yum, yum,
And
yum.
be careful, it's hot.
Oh, it's hot? Thank you. I got it. All right, blow it for me. Blow it for me. So yeah, let's connect these stories to real life because this is where it really matters.
That pizza's warm.
Okay, please, Jax.
It's much better.
When I look at Cardi and Offset fighting over custody, or even I think about the chaos around the cases like David, what it all comes down to is the relationships that affect kids. You know, I'm a single mom raising these three boys. Well, I have two in my household, but let me tell you, it's not easy. Yeah, he said $5. Check him out. Check him out. $5. I mean, that's still cheap, right? Sure. You could have $5 for my pizza. There are days I'm tired. There are days I question myself. But at the end of the day, the kids are always watching. My boys are always watching me. Even my teen that I be thinking he's in the room doing his thing. I know he could obviously hear me through his door. When I was on live earlier talking about Bad Bunny, he was in the kitchen washing some dishes. I know he was listening to me, especially when Jackson came out running into the kitchen. He was shushing him. Like in other words, let mom talk. Mom is on live or whatever. So, yeah. I see what you're saying, but I mean, I don't know if you guys like argue in front of them or whatever. So, but if that does happen, I don't really know if that's really helping them either. I think they rather see their mom and dad happy. But no judgment. Everybody deals with their family situations differently, and I give it to you. Being with somebody for 13 plus years, that's gotta be hard. But some people do give up too easily. So I commend you for, keeping it going this long. I know there got to be some kind of love there, regardless, even if sometimes you don't think it is. You know, there gotta be. And relationships aren't easy. Sometimes it could be good for the first, 3 years, then it could be bad, then could be good, then it could be bad. It's just a roller coaster. But as long as your kids are not being impacted in a negative way, you know, I don't see nothing wrong with it, you know. But I definitely advocate for if a man is treating you like crap in front of your kids, it's better to get away. You think it's not, but your kids will definitely thrive in a happy household, and you'll be surprised how much strength you have in those situations. But no, like I said, I no judgment, so I'm not judging nobody, you know. But like I said, in any kind of abusive relationship, I say leave. I would never tell anybody in an abusive relationship to stay, whether it's emotional, mental, physical, you know.
Look, it's my pepperoni pizza.
Because people don't know their strength until their strength is the only thing they know. Oh, I like that. I like that. Hey, Yo Yo. How are you? You finished? Oh, yes. You finished your one-on-ones? We had a time last night, guys. If you follow Mommy Money Getter and Yo-Yo, well, Yo-Yo's I think was private, but Mommy Money Getter had a pajama party last night. It was so fun. So if you're not following her, go follow Mommy Money Getter and Entertainment You Live. It was so fun. I'm looking forward to the next one. And maybe this time the next time I won't be scared and I'll join y'all. Sorry guys, I'm trying to cook in between. But yeah, it was definitely lit. And what? And my incentive, I won $50. What? That was a surprise. I didn't think it was gonna be that much. But wow. Yeah, me and Yo Yo won $50.
Hi, Mommy.
So yeah. And Mommy Money Getter definitely did send me the money, so it wasn't just a thing. I definitely got my Cash App. So I'm making another grill.
Mommy, I like you, Ron.
Yeah. I'm making another chicken salad. Yeah. I'm making another chicken salad. I was eating rice for a couple of days and stuff like that. But I'm not in the mood for nothing heavy. Since I've been eating less, I haven't been as hungry. So I'm not gonna get out of there. So I'm just gonna keep with it. If my stomach is saying it's not too hungry, I'm just gonna give it something light to eat. Maybe I'll see some things, you know. Maybe I'll see some pounds being lost finally. Because my hunger has gone down though. But sometimes that's good and sometimes that's bad, because if you're not hungry and you have to force yourself. But I do try to at least in between if I have some nuts or eat. Uh, Pause. Nah. I'm so used to you guys saying that, but no. Or like I'll eat a banana or some grapes if I'm not too hungry in between. But I at least try to have one sensible meal a day. You have to get the right nutrients and protein and stuff. Oh, thank you, Lily. Thank you. But yes, that pajama party was definitely lit. I enjoyed myself. I was there from the beginning to the end, and the after party at Yo-Yo's. I was up till like 4 o'clock in the morning or so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4 corners. Can you make us some shoes, please?
Yeah, so I was talking about
Get
David case, and I was just talking about Cardi and Offset's custody.
May I have some
You
juice,
know.
please?
Wait, dinner's almost ready. Then you have juice.
What?
And how it affects the kids.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Sometime.
8.
All right, Jackson. Oh, Lordy God. See? Being a 5-year-old's mom is not easy trying to do this, but I'm still doing it. Sure. Yeah. We was on 100 last night. I looked it up. You read that too, right? They said an infant's body, but I looked it up and they said there's no real evidence to that yet. So that's why I didn't even bother talking about it. But cuz if I'm going to say something, I want to know the facts. But I did look it up and they said that's not true so far. So, but I'm going to keep on it. I'm going to keep paying attention to see if it's true. But they said there's no concrete evidence that a infant's body was found. Because they're trying to say that it was an infant's body and that Celeste was pregnant or whatever. But there's no... Yeah, I didn't find nothing concrete. Yeah. But I looked as soon as I read that, I'm like, what? I went looking because that would have been sad. But sometimes people say things just to bait people in. That's how they do.
What?
And then I was talking about Cardi and Offset and how, supposedly Offset is fighting for custody. But what most people don't know is just joint custody, 50-50 custody, which that's what most people go for when they have a divorce anyway. So it's not like he's trying to take full custody of those kids. And he put it in the petition that he wants Cardi's residence to be their main residence. So it's not like he's trying to take those kids from him. He don't want to be a full-time dad, especially he's been outside as well. Do you think he was set up? I honestly don't know because, sometimes things happen. They could have been in the heat of an argument, and one thing led to another and something happened, even if it was an accident, but maybe he got scared and ran and I don't know. But the way she was found, obviously it was intentional. Obviously it was intentional. So if he didn't do it himself, he definitely was set up. But you did see that they saying that his bodyguard has something to do with it also. So I've just been watching out, trying to get all the evidence and see what's going on. Because at the end of the day, like I said, this is only my opinion and everybody else's opinion on social media. He hasn't been charged with anything. So they must not have, they're not finding the evidence that they need to charge him with anything. But he, on his own, did probably listening to his management and stuff. But his tour is canceled. So, and then his house in Hollywood or somewhere being raided. Um, But so far nothing. We haven't had any reports. We haven't heard back from the autopsy. We haven't heard back from the forensics. We haven't heard back from what they found in the home. So right now everything is all up in the air. So it's still a sad situation, 13 years old when she went missing, you know, then to being unalive. Imagine how she felt in that moment, scared, alone, nobody to turn to. Like, it's just a hard feeling. And that's, if you're a parent of any teen, but especially of a teen girl, she was obviously looking for love in all the wrong places. Yeah. But, I was also talking about the Cardi situation and the thing. You know, sometimes people on the outside judge moms, like why did she stay with him, or why didn't she leave sooner? But until you've been in that situation, you really don't know or really understand. It's not always black and white. Hey Deneen, how are you? Welcome in. Thanks for passing through. I appreciate it. Whoever's listening, please double tap the screen, hit that like button, whichever one's easier for you. I greatly appreciate you for being here. Um, yeah. So let's be honest. Money plays a big role in the situation with Cardi and Offset, or just in general when when you're going through the divorce and trying to deal with custody, when you're financially dependent on someone, it makes leaving 10 times harder. But obviously that wasn't the case in Cardi's situation, but in general it does happen. That's why I always talk about financial red flags. And if you don't have your own security, you might feel trapped in a toxic situation, just like some of these celebrity relationships we see. I want to encourage anybody listening, don't let financial fear keep you in a bad situation. Start small. Save a little, build a little side hustle if you need, you know. Do what you can so you don't feel stuck and so nobody has something, over your head. Having your little nest egg, definitely, you need a nest egg of your own, even if nobody knows about it. Let let that be your safe place, having a nest egg. you know what about y'all? Drop it in the chat. What's one thing you've learned about protecting your peace in relationships or parenting? I definitely was, when I'm in a relationship, I definitely never let anybody know exactly what I have in the bank. I always had a separate account, of course. I mean, I never been married, so a joint account wasn't needed, but I always had a basic account and I always had a separate account that nobody knew about, that I would put, every time I get paid, my main check will go into my main bank account, but I always set it up that a portion of it went to a separate savings account, you know? And if you've heard my transparency about what I've been dealing with over the year, how I've been getting by is because I was very financially independent, and I learned how to save. I learned how to manage my money well. So, you know, that's how I've been able to get by the last year. If you don't know my story, please watch my lives prior to this. I do have playlists separated from my content alone and my content with Jackson. So please watch those playlists and help a sister out. And just listen to my story, and my struggles and what I go through. It ain't easy what I'm going through, and it's not easy to stay motivated, but honestly, being on YouTube lately has helped me. And, and I don't only just, because I am not monetized, so I do my own thing. On the side, of course, I'm still looking for a 9 to 5 and things like that. I don't just sit around on YouTube all day doing nothing. I might be on YouTube, but my laptop is open. I'm applying to jobs. I have been on interviews, etc., things like that. I've done 2 trainings so far. I am certified phlebotomist, and I am certified as in office administration. I know mostly everything I need to know about Excel, PowerPoint. I'm very advanced now. Um, so the last year, I have not just been sitting on my butt, while I'm on YouTube. I was doing some trainings as well. But, this this work, getting a job nowadays is not easy. That's why it is important to try to do things on your own and be an entrepreneur, because this job market is a joke, honestly. It's a joke. And then what they pay people is even more of a joke, you know? People, even if you have a degree, they're only paying the minimum, which is crazy to me. But, that's life, you know, and I'm definitely gonna come out strong, you know. I'm not a quitter, and I'm definitely not lazy. So I know God's watching over me, and when it's my time to shine, I'm gonna be freaking shining brighter than ever. Yeah, so please double tap the screen for me if you're on your phone to hit that like button. If you're on a laptop or desktop, hit that thumbs up for me. Greatly appreciate it. If you would like to donate to my channel, I do have a Cash App. It's BX Queen C. BXQUEEN, the letter C. And thank you. So, yeah. So we talked about Cardi and Offset, the divorce, the custody, which is really not a fight because everybody usually goes for 50-50 or joint custody when they're going through a divorce or just any custody situation. Me and my son's dad went to court for custody because he's stupid, and and we got joint custody, and he even wanted like a visitation schedule and stuff like that. And you think we go off that? No, because I'm not the type of parent to keep my kid from him. So he had it like once every I forgot what it was, once a month, like he would be with him on the weekend. And I forgot what the original shit was, because it was like literally like 3 years ago that we did this. But he actually gets him every single weekend. He takes him to school at least once a week, you know. So, and anytime that he wants him, he could have him. I'm not that type of parent. So we do co-parent well. So he just was trying to be a pain in the butt to me when we first broke up, because he is a narcissist. But, that's a whole nother story. But we do co-parent well. Sometimes a little too well, I guess, because he's just an open book with me. Yesterday, I had to tell him, some things you could keep to yourself because I don't want to know. You know, like, you're very transparent with me, but I don't need to know some of the details. Keep that to yourself. Yeah, see, Mommy Money Getter said I had to do mediation with my ex-husband as well. We had to in order to settle the divorce. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes he gets too personal, cuz he's like in a process of breaking up with the girl he's been with after me, and they had a daughter together and whatever. But he just wants to throw in how he's been having so much fun since they've been broken up. And I'm like, I don't need to know that. Why do you tell me that? Like, I don't care, even though it doesn't hurt my feelings, trust me, because I left him. But the whole point is, I don't need to know that. I don't care. But I'm not just your friend. I don't need to know that. So I had to stop him in his tracks. Like, okay, you've been having fun. Good for you. I don't need to know. But that's why you in the situation you're in. Because you be wanting to have fun right away as soon as you break up with, the person. Well, meanwhile, I've been single 4 years. In the 4 years we've been broken up, he already had a girlfriend for 2.5 years, a baby, and they're broken up already. Like, he didn't learn from moving too fast. And I told him that, I'm very transparent with him as well. And I told him, we moved too fast, and we had a kid and stuff, and then you're gonna do the same exact thing after we break up. Come on, dude. I said, you should have learned. You should have learned. But you live and you learn, right?
That's 22. That's 22.
Yeah, he be trying sometimes. Oh, you want to go to You want to go to breakfast? You want me to go get you? You want me to go take you to get a coffee? I know you like Starbucks, like in the morning. I'll be like, no, no, thank you, no, thank you. Like I'm not opening that chapter ever or new chapter ever again with him. No, 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 no. I can't. Everything I didn't like about him then is still the same. So no, thank you. Watch it, Jackson. With dinner. I'm gonna give you this juice with dinner. Go. So yeah, I'm not going back to that. No, thank you. You know, he is a responsible person when it comes to finances and stuff, and that's hard to come by. But other than that, his personality is not for me. Yeah, Nisha was so funny. I enjoyed her. She is so funny. We had a time. I was talking about it, Mommy Money Getter, how that pajama party was lit and the after party. Yeah, I got the prize. Thank you. I was talking about it. I let everybody know how much fun it was, that there was cash prizes, and that I did receive the prize. So it wasn't just, for show. And, I greatly appreciate it. And yeah. And I can't wait for the next one. And hopefully I won't be shy or whatever, and I'll be able to come up myself. Because we were lit. But we held I held, me, Nisha, we held the chat down. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, Nisha really opened up more than I want to be like her when I grow up. You got to keep that spice in your life.
It's a pirate.
You have to use the bathroom?
No, it's a pirate. You have to turn your phone.
What?
You have to turn off your phone.
Why I gotta turn off my phone?
Nothing. You have to turn on your phone.
What? Anyway, go. I'm almost finished. Go. I'm almost finished. Check him out. Check him out. Who he thinks he is. Yes, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it too. MMG. It was fun. It was fun. That was a good one. And the after party, those questions was getting woo, beyond spicy and TMI. But we're all adults, so it is what it is. A lot of you guys that do have partners, you have obviously been with your partners for a long time for a reason, you know? We learned a lot. We learned a lot. Yeah, you hear that, kid? You hear him? It's time to turn off your phone. What? That's because I'm not paying him any attention. He wants me to be, he wants to be attached to my hip. But I'm over here in the kitchen too, so I'm not just not doing anything, you know? Kids these days. Kids these days. Yeah, it's it's starting to get dark faster now. Like it's only 7 o'clock and it's already almost dark. Yeah, I can't front. I've been eating less, but my walks haven't been every day like consistent like I was. I was telling Ryan earlier in his chat that I need to get back to it. I don't know what the heck is wrong with me. In the summer when it's freaking hot as heck, I was outside, and now that it's good weather, I slowed down. No, I need to get back. I need to motivate myself and get back to it. But at least I could say that I haven't been overeating or anything like that. So I should still be good. But I do need to get my butt back out there. But I do have another walking challenge, like the challenge I was in a few weeks ago. We do have another walking challenge starting on the 29th. So since I'm not a freaking loser, I'll definitely be back to walking, because I ain't losing. And it was a $30 bet, so I ain't losing my $30. Last time I made it the whole way through, and I won a little extra. Only if there was like 5 of us that started in the challenge, and only 2 of us made it to the end. So I did get a little extra from what I put into it. But yeah, so me and the other lady, my other sister, we won, and then we just split the pot. So yeah, I'm gonna put the link on my wall, so if anybody wants to join, the more the merrier, the more fun, the more competitive it'll be. And if you're not motivated, you putting money into it will definitely motivate your ass, because who likes to lose money? But yeah, so it's gonna be for 5 weeks. The first week is a warm-up week, so it doesn't count. So even if you don't make your steps, you'll still make it into the next week. But then on the second week to the 5th week, you have to make your step goal. So to make it to the next week. If you don't do that, then you get eliminated. So that definitely motivated me last time. And it was fine. And it was fun. And it was, it made me more healthy and active. So I have no complaints, especially that I didn't lose money. Yeah, so I'm gonna I'll drop the link on my community wall, so anybody that would like to join, please do so. It'll make it much more fun, and it's us girls doing it. So, it'll be fun. And then we could do it like a group chat that we could motivate each other and make sure that we keeping ourselves accountable, you know. Just make sure you take your vitamin C and all that, because a couple of the ladies did have to drop off because they got sick in the middle of the challenge. So you got to make sure you're not getting, you don't get sick or anything, because then who the hell wants to, go walking for 4 miles or whatever. And I only say 4 miles because most people that walk, that's the average that you do. I mean, you guys that drive probably do less steps than that. So your challenge is actually going to be pretty easy, the steps wise. Because if you're really driving everywhere, you probably don't even make 6,000 steps a day. So, but, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So I'm going to drop that. So, yeah. So, all right. So I talked about Cardi, Offset, David. I'm going to be keeping up with that case because, every day it seems like something else is happening with that. And, I even talked about parenting and relationships. Yeah, no, I try to be open book with you guys. But, if you want to know more, please look at my lives, my past lives. I have been more transparent about that. I do have playlists that you can just click on and just play, my videos through. I greatly appreciate that. I have 2 playlists, one for my own content like this, and then I have the content where I was walking with Jackson and stuff like that separate. But to gain those watch hours, if anybody would like to just let my videos play on another device, I greatly um, you know yeah, I hear that. I definitely hear that. When I was in my depression stage and just doing shit every day, phew, 2 miles. Whew, 2 miles was a lot. The only place I went was when I was depressed and stuff after you know, this past year after I left my job. I was just going literally to the school and back, or the supermarket and back, you know? That was the farthest I was going because, that anxiety builds up and things like that, and you don't want to do crap. But, being on YouTube lately and during the summer, it did get me more active. I can't lie. And in a better mood. And, when you're always supporting or doing your own thing and your own content, it deters you from being in your feelings. So that's why I be trying to, be in everybody's freaking bushes or everybody's chat or whatever. Because I don't want to be in my feelings, you know? I do not want to be in my feelings. So that's why I just continue to do what I have to do, regardless if there's one person in the damn chat. You know what I'm saying? So I hope to, like I was saying in the beginning of this, I hope to gain genuine supporters and, that I'll see more and more as time goes by. But I know slow and steady wins the race, you know? So I'm going to keep doing my thing. Right? It does, it keeps you motivated. It keeps you just just a little bit more happy, not letting your feelings get to you, not thinking too much, you know. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 minute. Yeah, sorry. Had a call. Getting a I don't know. Let me know if you guys could hear me because I had a call. Making this salad again with some spring mix, cucumbers and red onions, and then the grilled chicken. I do have, okay, cool. I do have avocado for myself because I love me some avocado. And maybe I'll put a little bit of jalapenos in it too. I do like a little spice. Jordan! Jordan! Oh, yeah. I don't know. He wrote this kid today. He's been good since that live that, I was in my feelings about him. He's been good. But today is like he woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I told him to go back in the bed and wake up on the right side. Darn kids and their hormones. Yeah, so I greatly appreciate you guys, and you guys do help me, like I said. You guys help me be better. You guys motivate me. You inspire me, you know. And I do greatly appreciate you. Um, I do try to be an open book with you guys, and I just, really, really appreciate it. So you guys, if you watch Cardi and Offset, do you think that they're gonna be able to eventually? Thank you. You can leave it right there.
That's 104. That's
Do you think
104.
that they'll eventually be able to co-parent well, or do you think that he's gonna be in his feelings forever,
104.
and you know, just being standoffish towards her, especially now that she's pregnant in a new relationship and gonna be doing her own thing?
Mom, may I have some food, please?
Yeah, right. One day they could be so happy and go lucky, and then the next day it's like, what the hell happened to you? Did you have a bad dream? You hungry? It's ready. And I was calling you. I did. I said, Jordan, Jordan, Jordan. Right, guys? I was calling Jordan. Open the door right here. Oh my God. What else? What is wrong with you today? Chill out. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Anyway, just bring them in and I'll put them away. Goodness. Oh, I forgot. I told you I like to put a little bit of cilantro in my salad. I'll put that in my. It just gives it a little extra little, I don't know, extra flavor that I love. But I'll put that on my portion. I love it. I love it a lot. She, yeah, she definitely did. She definitely did. But she was pushed that way. She was pushed that way. She was looking for love and, I can't say in the wrong place because I don't know yet. Sometimes people could be not good for somebody and then be great for you. So I'm trying not to judge too harshly. What's your problem? And I told you to wait for dinner and you grabbed the juice anyway. Yeah, right? Cilantro is so good. It gives it a little extra flavor.
Achoo! I'm sneezing. Not
Yeah, she did. But the best thing about... Shut up. Shh.
Achoo! We...
The best thing about it, at least they're not married. But at least he's somebody that is in the, you know, sports industry. So he has his own money too. So, you know. So it's not like he's using her for her money because he has his own.
Jordan. Finally! Finally! Ba? Ba?
You know, this kid is getting on my nerves. I asked him to bring in the groceries and he want to go over there instead. Oh my goodness. See, being a mom is not an easy job.
You can help?
Yeah, that's what I hear too. That's what I hear too, that he's broke. But I be seeing him out in the streets lately and modeling and this and that. So hopefully he's getting some kind of money. But he's definitely going to try to get some of hers, you know. Supposedly her net worth is 100 and something million. So we will see. Only time will tell. But family, this has been such a great live. You know, we covered a lot from Cardi and Offset's, you know, what they've been going through, David updates, how this all ties into real life and what we go through as parents and in relationships. At the end of the day, the lesson is whether you're a celebrity or just living everyday life, the choices we make in relationships affect more than just us. They affect our kids, our peace, and our future. Yeah, I heard that too. Yup. That's crazy. Because I thought,
I make a robot.
you would think that he would have paid that.
I make a robot.
You would have thought that he would have been financially responsible and paid that house off. So it's even crazy that that house has a mortgage. Like, Why wouldn't it just be paid off? Exactly. We all go through things. None of us are perfect. That is right. You know? So let us not affect our kids, and, just do right by them, and, learn how to keep the emotions to the side. But anyway, thank you so much to everyone who joined, dropped comments, and shared your thoughts. Y'all really make this community feel like a family, and I greatly appreciate all of you. Um, so I love y'all. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. I'll see you in these YouTube streams, Mommy Money Getter. I appreciate you. I had fun last night, and thank you for my prize. Yeah. Have a great night. Bye now. Happy Sunday. Bye, Deneen. Thank you for passing by. I appreciate your support.